Hi, Michael. Here we are again.
Yep.
It's October the 31st. We've probably been about a couple of weeks, is it, since the last shipment report? Maybe 3 weeks?
3 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
September the 10th.
Okay.
October the 10th, rather.
What was the last shipment report like?
The last shipment report, which was the September 14 shipments, was about 6% down compared to last September.
Okay.
It was down pretty much. Europe was down, Russia, domestic. India was up, that was a strong one, but overall about 6% down compared to last year.
All right. What about the crop receipts?
Crop receipts are 18% up compared to last year.
Okay.
So we've got shipments down, crop receipts up,
Okay.
although the crop was very early
Yeah,
this year.
so certainly the Americans will say that the crop receipts are bound to be up because it was an early crop.
It was early crop, the stuff
Yeah.
was coming in quicker, yeah.
Okay.
So
And when's the next crop report?
the next one's on the 10th, so we've
Okay.
got just over a week, I guess.
Okay.
10 days, yeah.
This should be a peak shipment period. What was the effect on prices of this information?
Yeah, September and October are the big months, so we'll see what happens next week when the next one comes out. But September, say, was down, and consequently prices have softened. Seen 20-cent decrease in nonpareils, probably about the same on standards.
That's big differences.
It's a big difference, yeah. But the prices they've galloped away when they were going up very quickly in the space of 4 or 5 weeks.
Okay.
And there was some pressure to cover some shorts or some to cover some shorts on
Okay.
standards
From the secondary market.
from the secondary market.
Yeah.
Packing grades seem to have completely stopped altogether the last few weeks.
Okay.
And
So demand on the spot, let's say spot demand, I need a ton of almonds next week. Is it like previous years?
no, it's I would say any kind of spot demand or demand for shipments afloat have been pretty much from traders that have possibly been let
Short.
down or short.
Right.
And
okay. Technical.
things
Yeah.
covering cheaper sales
Okay.
that they'd previously made.
So we've seen a slight decrease in price. Well, I say slight, but is this kind of decrease enough to stimulate the market?
Well, we have seen the last couple of days some people asking for next quarter because now we're at the end of October. People are looking
They'll be doing the pricing
for the first quarter of next year. So
Right.
people are asking, but not really kind of doing anything, not really
Okay.
booking anything.
Okay.
So they're asking the questions. But if you can imagine, they were probably quoting for this last quarter of this year back in June, July, and
Sure.
it's a huge
Sure.
increase.
Okay. So people may be a little bit reluctant to commit to these kind of prices. So probably we'll see demand to continue in rather small bites, do you think?
Very much so, yeah.
Right.
It's definitely hand-to-mouth buying. There's not been a lot of activity on the spot. On the other hand, there isn't much material on the spot.
Sure.
When you think an invoice for a nonpareil will be a couple of $100,000,
cost of finance is high. Yeah.
it's a lot of money,
Yeah.
and everyone's running the books very tight.
Limited upside. Well, probably no upside actually.
Yeah.
Next report's fairly soon, is it?
Yeah, the 10th. So
Okay. If this is also down and crop receipts are up, do you see any weakening or?
the trend could continue, especially if buyers stay off.
Okay.
If they feel that the prices are too high and they can't cover for the next quarter, then they'll wait. I think
Yeah.
everyone's quite comfortable now until the end of the year.
Okay.
If it does come off another 10-15 cents, they might think that maybe it's a buying opportunity, considering it was well over 4 for standards. On the other hand, the euro is very weak, so that's making a big impact on when you convert it into euro price.
Yeah, I looked at it the other day, and on a 3-month basis, we're down 10%.
Yeah,
Of course, the Eurozone in general is got a deflation problem, so this is quite difficult to swallow. On the other hand, some ends of the marzipan business are a high margin and can easily absorb these sort of pricing.
Yeah, I think the industrial business like that is certainly more robust to these higher prices and weakening euro. We are seeing it's a packing business, and we're already seeing some of the guys that supply caterers with kilo bags are now 750 grams.
Sure.
So that will
well, that's a straightforward reduction in demand anyway. If somebody buys a kilo bag and they buy 750, they don't come back more often.
No.
So that's a straightforward reduction in demand. Right, okay, so when do you think we can have a definitive answer about what this crop was like?
Well, I guess really we have to wait for something like the December shipment figure, which will be January.
Yeah.
By then everything should be in.
Yeah.
And we'll have an idea of what the crop size is.
Okay.
And I suppose more importantly in the overall pictures we have to see what Mother Nature does in November and December in terms of rain, but more importantly snow.
Snow, yes, that's the problem last year. The problem last year was that the average Californian winter condition temperature was 4 degrees higher.
Yeah.
And this just meant, snow didn't develop and couldn't feed the reservoirs through the spring and the summer.
Yeah.
So it's a very fine line then. It's not just a question of rain. It's a question of whether it can freeze and stay up there.
Yeah, the natural reservoirs of snow.
That's right. Okay, so we're seeing bits of the picture, and but we really won't know what the full story is till January.
I think so. Yeah. I think we'll have to wait. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks very much.
All right.
Thank you.